personally referred to as Mr. Gainesville because he's out there, he's playing Scrooge down the street at the hip. He's on stage over there. He's all over the place. He's a professor on college here, and we all know Ray Jones. Actually, he's the voice of this parade on all the commercials you've been hearing. So let's have a big, big round of applause for our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Greg Jones!
Thank you, Glenn, and thank you very much, everyone. That's very nice. It's just such an honor to be able to kick off the first annual, hopefully, the first annual Flying Pig Parade here in Gainesville, Florida. It's going to be a porcupine processional like no other on the planet. They may have their magic ball in Times Square in New York, but they got nothing on us because we've got a pig. Okay, so everybody, we're here to have fun today. It's a complicated event because there are a lot of spectacular acts that will come through here. We'll be coming right through this corridor here and moving up that street, so you all have to part the seas for the great magic to flow through, but we'll be moving here in a couple of seconds. We've got some other people to introduce to start the parade, and but I'm just very honored and privileged to be here, and I thank Glenn and Ward and all of the volunteers for all of their work to get here, to get everybody here. And it's obvious the freaks have come out of the closet, so thank you. Yeah, so thanks for being here. We wouldn't be here, however, without not just all the volunteer hours and all of the efforts put in by them, but all of the sponsors, and it's my privilege to list them for you right now. They are, of course, first and foremost, the city of Gainesville, Florida. There we go. The Gainesville Community Reinvestment Area, the Florida Coalition for Peace and Justice. They're connected with the Grand Marshals, of course, the family of our former mayor, David Flagg, and Visit Gainesville, Alachua County, and our many, many individual private donors, some of which remain anonymous because they wanted to see how this thing turns out. No, it'll be great. It'll be great, and I'm sure they're glad to be sponsoring. We have so many special guests today for the parade, and let me introduce you to a couple of them right now. The parade is a cousin to Glenn Terry's Mango Strut Parade, which originated in Coconut Grove, Florida in 1982, and when Glenn transplanted himself up here, he brought a hybrid of that parade with him, and here we are. Today is the hybrid of the King Mango Strut Parade. It's been marching every year in Coconut Grove since 1982, and here is King Mango! King Mango, do you have anything to say to the crowd?
We need a little more peace out here.
Yeah, everybody get some peace before you leave, please. We've been through a lot. Everybody in this gathering has been through a lot in the last couple of years, 3 or 4 years, including COVID-19. One person that has led us through the morass that was COVID, and we're still on that journey. Let's give it up for somebody who helped us through that, the inimitable pandemic hero, Dr. Tony Fauci. There he is. Tony's been on a diet. He's lost a lot of weight since he was serving on camera. You look great, Tony. Thanks a lot for being here. And by the way, you know, he's not only lost some weight, but he's put on some height. And so he's kind of a giant Tony Fauci. And he also has a giant syringe if anybody would like to get vaccinated. He'll be on hand for that. Does anybody, thank you, Tony. Big hand for Tony Fauci. Does anybody remember that recent holiday we had called Christmas? Yeah. Yeah. Notice I did the Porky Pig thing? So if you remember it, then it wouldn't have been able to happen without this fabulous power couple. So please welcome Daddy and Mrs. Claus. There they come, right there. They were hiding in the crowd. You didn't see them. Yeah. There they are. Daddy and Mrs. Claus. So I'm just curious, all of your work is over now. I mean, you've delivered all the packages, you've made it. Yeah, so you're going to the beach or what? What's going on? Thanks for all you've done for everybody for Christmas. Yeah. Daddy and Mrs. Claus, and you couldn't hear it, but when I asked Daddy Claus for a comment, all he could say was, ho, 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 ho. So, that's Turbo and Terry, ladies and gentlemen. So, now it's my pleasure to introduce another gentleman who is near and dear to the hearts of Gainesville for all of his contributions on stage and on the page. Most of you know that Alachua County has its own poet laureate, and he is right here with us today, and he's going to introduce the band and some other parts of the parade. Please welcome Gainesville's own E. Stanley Richardson, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Gainesville? Oh my, pigs flying. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much, Glenn, for inviting me. And it is my pleasure, my honor to introduce the Grand Marshals of today's Gainesville's first Flying Pig Parade.
That's right.
It is the first one.
That's right.
Will there be more?
First time.
Yes. Many more? Okay. Before we get started, are there any pig poetry or big poems? Did anybody write a big poem? A flying pig poem?
What you got? What you got? Next year.
Well, it is my pleasure to introduce one of my favorite couples throughout the global South, definitely in Alachua County and Gainesville. That is the dynamic duo, Sheila Payne and Dr. Paul Ortiz. Where are you guys? Come on up, Grand Marshals for the parade today.
Hey.
You have an evergreen on the top of your head. Did you know that? Oh, okay. Well, these two are one of my favorite couples. And it's been a pleasure over the years working with you. Without you doing all your labor work, your advocacy, your social justice. I know Dr. Ortiz, I can't help but call him Dr. Ortiz. He tells me to call him all the time. But Dr. Ortiz is one with the Saturday Parker Oral History Program. He's done so much, and I'm gonna. You can Google it, both of them. They're like the work you've done in Immokalee with farmers, your work you do with the Labor Coalition, and also the Vets for Peace, and the Peace Poetry event we have every year. You know, I'm passionate about poetry, so that's really cool when all the kids come out and they write poetry. That's really cool, peace poems. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of the way and hand the mic over to you guys. You wanna say something for the crowd?
I want to start with a chant, okay? The chant is very simple. It is keep Gainesville weird, okay? Keep Gainesville weird. Keep Gainesville weird. Keep Gainesville weird. Keep Gainesville weird. Okay, so we've never done the Grand Marshal thing, so I just had to start out by also thanking a person whose vision really, you know, Glenn started talking about this event months and months and months ago, and when he would talk to us about it, what are you talking about? Well, look at us all here, so let's all give Glenn a round of applause. So Sheila is going to speak in a couple minutes. I never would make the mistake of trying to speak for Sheila, but I can just say that we both love this town. Gainesville is so odd. Gainesville is the place where woke goes to live. Right? Gainesville is a place that honors and celebrates and has a good time with inclusion, diversity, and welcoming, right? Gainesville is a place that believes that working class people should be able to make a decent living wage, right? Okay. Gainesville is a place that believes in nonviolence and peace, right? Okay. So, our brother Stan mentioned Veterans for Peace. Sheila and I are both proud members of Gainesville Veterans for Peace. We have these shirts, cease fire, right? I want us to chant a little bit. Cease fire, cease fire, cease fire. We believe in more peace in Gainesville, but that means connecting to what's happening. The terrible war in Gaza needs to end now. Now, that's why we need a ceasefire, right? And just in kind of, closing and thinking about this, we are leaving Gainesville, but believe me, we're going to continue to be involved in the struggles in keeping Gainesville weird. Keeping Gainesville a place that's inclusive for all people. Keeping Gainesville a place where you can fly a rainbow flag, right? Keeping Gainesville a place where people are honored in their diversity and in their many different identities and everything that goes with it, and above all, keeping Gainesville a place that's going to continue the Flying Pig Parade, right?
Well, I just want to say, it was mentioned about the peace poetry and the peace scholarship. The hardest part of it is getting people to know about it, so watch out for it. It will still continue at Veterans for Peace, and come visit us and get the package.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you again for this great honor. We'll try to continue marshaling. Sheila said that's enough, so I'm going to cut it right there. Thank you.
I give him a hand. This is going to be, you guys, this last, I guess, holiday season here in Gainesville. It's going to be difficult to fill your shoes. We'll do our best to do that and definitely keep Gainesville weird. Weird.
I'm doing my part.
Very weird. You guys are weird. There is also not only the Flying Pig Parade, but today is Bo Diddley's birthday. So after we do the parade thing, we're gonna convene right here at the stage, and we're gonna have a birthday party with the band at Showtime. Showtime, great band. So don't go anywhere. After we march the parade thing, and we're gonna go right here to the plaza, and we're gonna jam for a little while and sing happy birthday to Bo Diddley, okay? And I'm gonna get back to Mr. Greg.
Oh no! Oh, the music.
Thank you, E. Stanley Richardson, ladies and gentlemen. Or as I like to call him, Stan.
Stan the man.
Stan.
Stan the man.
Thank you so much, and thanks to the Grand Marshals for kicking us off. And we're about to do just that. I mentioned earlier that Times Square has their magic mirror ball that they drop at midnight tomorrow night, but they don't have no pig. And we got a pig, and we're about to drop it, and that's the official beginning of the parade that will come right down this corridor. Everybody that's standing over here, just I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and turn around, and then open your eyes, and you'll see a hovering object above your head. I'd also like to thank 3 of our other volunteers, Ward Shelley, Richard Wagner, Jeff Wade. Those people are over here hovering this beautiful flying pig. And he's been flying around Gainesville all night, but now he's about ready to drop. This is what will become known as the famous pig drop. Yeah, so in order to drop the pig and start the parade, we're going to do a countdown. Is everybody with us? Okay, we're gonna start from 100. Just kidding. No, we'll start at 10. We're going to start at 10 and count down in unison. If anyone's out of sync, you'll be asked to leave the parade. Here we go. Ready for the drop. And 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
the pig has dropped. Ta-da!